Welcome, scholars, to the Risk Rejection Workshop. I'm Catherine Green. I am a Master Certified Coach. Let's talk about rejection. For many of us, it's one of those things that we're really afraid of, and yet it's truly unavoidable in this life. Rejection happens. So it's important that we learn how to deal with it. So here's the thing with rejection. We have this primitive fear of being rejected. Rejection, in essence, destabilizes our need or a sense of belonging. Belonging is really how we're wired. That's the way that we are as human beings, and it's a beautiful thing. It was essential to belong to the group way back when, primitive times, right? Our very existence and survival depended on being part of the group. That need that we have as humans to belong and the fear of rejection is reinforced for us when we're growing up. It gets reinforced by the way that we seek and give approval. When we get approval, we often make that mean that we're headed in the right direction, that we're worthy of love and belonging. This line of thinking has us feeling really positively. It has us feeling good. It has us feeling good about ourselves. But this line of thinking is actually what is creating the feeling. But we associate the feelings with the external approval. Okay? So we're like, oh, they said you're good, so I'm good. We don't understand often that it's our thinking that creates that feeling for us, right? It's our thinking that creates that sense of belonging, worthiness, so on. Conversely, when we aren't getting or receiving external approval, we sometimes make it mean that we've made some sort of mistake, that there's something wrong with us, that we're unworthy, that we don't belong to the group. Now, notice this. We might receive disapproval, right? And we make that mean that we're not good enough. But we also might not receive anything, right? There might be zero words, affirming or otherwise. And we can often feel rejection because we're not receiving anything. And that happens because we're looking externally for validation, externally for approval. So if we're not receiving anything at all, we can make that often mean that we're being rejected, that we're not good enough. When we perceive that we're being rejected, when somebody says no, when they disagree with us, when we don't get the position that we were going for, when a relationship ends, we often have thoughts like, I've done something wrong. I shouldn't have said that. I'm not good enough. It's this line of thinking about the situation that causes us to feel the way that we do. It isn't the rejection in and of itself. What someone said or did doesn't cause our feelings. I'm reiterating this, but it's super important that we get it. Instead, it's what we choose to think about the situation that creates our feelings.